Hello, guys. Good evening, everyone. So basically, I want to bring a kind of a new concept to you all, which would help you with getting your entries using whichever formula or whichever trading strategy you make use of. Now, this basically works on any market pair. So here, I'll be picking a kind of a neutral pair basically. So I'll just randomly select, let's just pick 100 volatility 100, and we implement this the markup on volatility 100, so you guys can be able to make use of it and see how the strategy would help you get a better clarity on your chart or on your market chart. So the it goes this way. First of all, you will be needing to go to your 4 hours time frame. So now, when you get to your 4 hours time frame, what are you basically going to be doing now? Because I'm not analyzing for a current market, even if we are going to get to that point. I would want us to make use of the chart from this top side. Let's say from this point, let's analyze for the drop. So basically, what we are going to do, we'll come to this point, and what you are basically looking for is something very straightforward. You get something very straightforward. So what are you looking out for? You are looking out to mark each 4 hours break of what some persons will call break of structure. You understand? So you are looking out to mark each 4 hours break of structure or break of market reaction, anything of such. So we have this one here, and all I will simply do is I will be cloning it multiple times so we can easily get to make use of it. Yeah, for the examples we are going to be having. So I think this is okay. I just want to clone it multiple times. Very good. So all of these I've cloned. I will drag down so we can pick from them. Okay. So basically, very good. So what we are going to be doing is we are basically going to be picking these tools and rearranging them. So what do we have? We have this. We've marked this zone here, which is the first break of structure we had. So all we are looking out for on this particular market is, with using this format, is you want to see a break of structure and a retest to that angle, or you want to see how price reacts towards that break of structure. Then you'll be able to make use of it for your entry or find an entry. So here it is. We have a break of structure, and clearly you can see that price retested it clearly here, and that was that for that. But we have another break of structure here, which was a break of structure of this move, which we got a retest also at this point. That is quite alright. So let's pick another one. We have this one, which is another break of structure. It's clearly aligned. So this works for any market chart. It gives you clarity on how to be able to make your trade entries. You understand? So it just gives you clarity on how to be able to make your trade entries. So you can see we also have our break of structure here, and let's keep going. So let's keep going. So we have this one also here, a clear break of structure, and if we should extend it, you can see what I'm saying here. Price broke and came into this zone, rejected from this point, dropped, retested again from this zone, again and again, multiple times from this particular break of structure. So that is simply a clear message to you that whenever price breaks a zone on 4 hours, especially when you're trading daily strategies and all of that, it will be able to help you to do go about your analysis well and properly. You understand? So we have this area also, again a break of structure to the downside, and you are expecting price to react from that zone and then react. So you can see price actually did not break it clearly to the downside. It just came here, gave a bounce, came here, gave a bounce to the upside, just like that. Now if you wanted to pick a trade, obviously you would have looked for a break here. This one is on the smaller time frame, but I don't want us to go into smaller time frame break of structures and all of that. I just want us to mark the major ones, which are the 4 hours break of structure. So I think we've marked them. Let's go down here again. We can see this is another major break of structure. You mark it and you align it. So with this one, you can clearly see now that there's an entry here. And what is this entry? This entry is basically telling you you can try to find a possible way to hold your trade till it gets to this TP level. You understand? So all you have to do now on this one, if you are watching the video live, all you can do is to now find a way to modify your trade, get an entry at this price point, and you hold your trade down to this TP. That would be a very good one for you. Yeah. And I wouldn't want to go into using the smaller H4 time frame, like using this zone. This is still a zone where you saw that price broke and retested and continued to the downside. But I think it's still fine to use the smaller ones, but just try to make use of the bigger break of structures, major break of structures. It will help you a lot. The smaller break of structures inside the zone is not still bad. It still will work. You understand? It still will work, but it's not as firm as this major one. Like we already are seeing price rejecting from this level. So all you have to do is now to use whatever strategy you're making use of to refine an entry at any of those zones, and you'll be fine. So basically we can still check another chart just for example purpose. Okay, 91s. So for 91s, okay, so what do? The first thing, using the same chart formula as I said, you simply go to what? 4 hours time frame. So the formula is best using the 4 hours time frame to give you let's say something accurate. Yes, to give you an accurate entry, or however you would want to say it. So now what can we see here? We can clearly see that price had double top here, which is fine. But all we are looking for is the major break, which is this one, and we want to see a retest to that zone. So we have this break here. Price didn't really retest here. Maybe if you use this smaller break, you would have gotten a clean retest. You understand? But I like making use of the major one. Let's look for the next one. This is the next major break of trend line, which is this. And you can see, break of structure, sorry. This is the next one. You can see price did what? It broke to the downside, came here, clearly retested, gave an entry. You find your entry, TP. At this area again, retesting the same zone. You find your entry, TP. You understand? Now we have this next one, this next level. What do? We simply mark it again, true. And what can you see? Price broke clearly, came back, retested and dropped, retested again, taking out the stop losses from this point, and still did what? Dropped to the TP. So I think you can see how it's playing out here. It's kind of I would say it's a secret sauce to give you new giving you opportunities on how to enter and just be profitable. I think that's it, guys. So we have another entry here, which is this one. It's very clear. So basically, I think this secret sauce helps you to be able to trade with ease and with peace of mind. So you don't really need to go into checking higher time frames, 4 hours, 24 hours, and all of that. Just mark your zones, watch what is going on the market, and you react from it. So you can see what's going on here. Price did what? It dropped, came into the zone, dropped a little bit, find an entry, came into the zone, it dropped again. Into that same zone, it dropped again. Into the same zone, it dropped again, and so on. So that's it. We have another one, which is this level. So drag it through. All we are waiting for is price to come into the zone and react. So it came into the zone actually, dropped but didn't hit TP, and then you can see it started pushing to the upside. Some persons will say this it gave us a change of structure actually at this point, not really at this point. So it needs to break this high for you to know it is a change of structure. So now with that, by virtue of breaking this high, what are we doing again now? By virtue of this candlestick closing above this high, what are we doing? We mark this high, and what can you see? Price rally to the upside, dropped inside, and pushed up, drop again, pushed up. So you can see it here. Again, what are we doing? You mark this same level out, and whenever price drops to this your zone, you are looking at taking a rally again to the upside. So it's just what it is. I think I've given you guys enough example, and all I would say is make use of the information in the best way you can, and hopefully it helps you in your analysis. This one now we can see here, it broke to the upside, came into this zone, reacted, rallied again to the upside, but then we can now begin to see that it is ranging. It's ranging all the way around here, but still reacting from the same zone. You get rallying, and then we had a clear break to the downside. Now this one to the downside, for me, I will always, using this kind of zone, I always wait for the high to be taken out before this low or the structure being taken out, for me to easily mark a clear one. You get. So but with this kind of move, what will you have done? What I would simply say I would have done is mark this low out. You get. Mark this low out and see how price reacts from it. So you can see something here. Price broke to the downside, came here, rejected from here, and dropped, hitting TP, then rallied up again. You understand? That would actually be stressful for you to trade, because on this point now, I think it will be giving you little smaller time frame confirmations to this point. Did what? It dropped again, rallied, and did what? Dropped. So now the major thing we'll be marking is we're marking this point out. This is our major zone. What are we waiting for? Anytime price gets into this point, it's an opportunity to do what? Sell. Now we have this zone again on 4 hours. We mark it. Now when you mark it, you can see what's happening basically. So I believe this is just very self-explanatory. You just have to find your entries whenever price rejects. So we have this other zone also again, a break. We have this zone, a break. You can see price dropped, rallied to the upside, dropped again, rallied to the upside. So this is what we have here. So what are we going to be looking for next? Since price is dropping, and maybe we can see we are on a downtrend. Since price is dropping, what we'll simply be looking out for next is on a long time and a higher time frame, you will simply be waiting for this zone to be broken again, and then you find your entry. So that will be all for now, guys. Peace. Do have a wonderful day. One love.